Ibrahim Traoré.
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 Ibrahim.
We no longer want to engage in this deceitful diplomacy. In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Côte d'Ivoire.
I want to talk to Africa today. Mr. Macron, the President of France, we want to request you to leave alone the leaders of Africa. Ibrahim Traoré took charge when...
African child, if America dare to touch Burkina Faso, it is an obligation on your shoulder to defend Burkina Faso.
In a world still chained by empire, Africa is fighting back, and two moments, two names, have shown the world exactly where Africa stands. It started with General Mike Langley, commander of USAFRICOM, the man who speaks for American power in Africa. In a recent speech, Langley attacked Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso. Langley accused Traoré of tightening his grip on power, of using Burkina Faso's gold not for the people, but for himself. He labeled Traoré's government a junta, a dictatorship, an enemy of democracy. But Africa did not stay silent. Social media exploded. From Ouagadougou to Lagos, from Dakar to Johannesburg, the people roared. I stand with Traoré. Africa is waking up. No to AFRICOM. Thousands of posts, millions of voices, memes painted Langley as the real thief. Cartoons showed American hands dripping with African gold. Comment after comment slammed the hypocrisy. They asked, where was AFRICOM when Libya burned? Where was AFRICOM when Somalia collapsed? When Sudan bled? Who destabilized Africa? Who looted Africa's resources? The answer was clear. And it was not Ibrahim Traoré. Traoré, they said, is not stealing gold. He is defending it. He is guarding the future of Africa's children. Langley's words, meant to shame Traoré, ended up an anthem for African resistance, a fire that could not be put out, and as that fire burned, another storm was brewing. Volodymyr Zelensky, president of Ukraine, arrived in South Africa. He came seeking support. He came asking Africa to choose sides. He was welcomed by President Cyril Ramaphosa, a formal handshake, a meeting behind closed doors. But outside, the streets were alive. Thousands of protesters marched, waving banners high. Say no to puppet Zelensky. Down with imperialists. We align with Russia and BRICS. Ramaphosa is a puppet. Their message was deafening. Africa will not be dragged into a European war. Africa has its own battles, its own alliances, with Russia, with China, with BRICS, not with the empires that ignored Africa for generations, until now. Zelensky's visit was supposed to bring African sympathy. Instead, it exposed a new reality, a reality where Africans see through empty words, where they reject puppet leaders, where they refuse to be pawns. Ramaphosa's handshake could not hide the anger on the streets, just like Langley's threats could not crush the spirit of Captain Traoré. This is the new Africa, awake, proud, fearless, an Africa that will no longer be lectured, no longer be robbed, no longer bow to foreign masters. Langley's accusations, Zelensky's cold reception, two sides of the same truth. Africa is rising, and nothing, no general, no president, no empire can stop it. But the world is starting to realize something deeper. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is not just leading Burkina Faso. He is igniting a continental revolution, a movement that refuses to bow to colonial puppets and foreign generals. Across Africa, millions are waking up. They see Traoré not as a strong man, but as a symbol, a sign that the chains of neo-colonialism can be broken. Meanwhile, Volodymyr Zelensky's mask continues to slip. The same Zelensky who now begs for African support cheered last year as terrorism spread across Mali. When foreign-backed militias tore Mali apart, Zelensky and his Western sponsors were silent. When Mali cried out against jihadist insurgents fueled by foreign arms, there was no solidarity, no tears, no outrage. Today, Zelensky comes to Africa as a salesman of imperial interests, not as a partner, not as a brother, but as a puppet sent by masters desperate to control Africa's future. And in South Africa, the truth was shouted loud and clear. Julius Malema, the fearless leader of the economic freedom fighters, did not stay silent. He called on all Africans to rally behind the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. He declared Traoré's fight as the fight of every African who dreams of freedom. Malema condemned Zelensky's visit without hesitation. He warned that Ramaphosa's welcoming of Zelensky was a betrayal of Africa's sovereignty. He reminded the world that Africa is not for sale. Africa is not a pawn. Africa will not die for European wars. Malema's voice joined the thunder rising from the streets, from the townships of South Africa to the deserts of Mali, from the cities of Nigeria to the villages of Burkina Faso. A cry echoed across the continent. Africa belongs to Africans. Langley's threats could not silence it. Zelensky's handshake could not hide it. No puppet president, no Western alliance, no imperial propaganda can stop it. This is bigger than Traoré, bigger than Burkina Faso. This is the rebirth of African power, of African pride, of African destiny. And to those who still believe Africa will kneel, the answer is clear: never again. Africa is rising, and this time it will rise on its own terms. But every revolution brings enemies. Today, as Traoré defends Burkina Faso's gold, they call him a dictator. Yesterday, when Sankara defended Burkina Faso's dignity, they called him a communist. Before him, when Lumumba defended Congo's independence, they called him a radical. Every African leader who stood tall has faced the same bullets, the same propaganda, the same betrayal. It is a script written by the same hands that stole Africa's diamonds, its cocoa, its uranium, its oil. And now they fear that script is being torn apart, because Traoré is not alone. Burkina Faso is not alone. The Sahel is rising. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. A confederation of free nations refusing French occupation, refusing American military control, refusing the endless wars disguised as partnerships. And this confederation is inspiring millions beyond their borders. In Ghana, in Zimbabwe, in Senegal, in South Africa, the people are watching. They are realizing that sovereignty is not a gift. It is a fight, a daily war against foreign greed and domestic betrayal. Meanwhile, the puppets of empire grow desperate. They send Zelensky to South Africa, hoping to sell old lies wrapped in new slogans. But Africa does not forget. Africa remembers the NATO bombs falling on Libya. Africa remembers the CIA-funded coups in Congo. Africa remembers the assassinations, the stolen elections, the broken promises. And when the people saw Ramaphosa smiling beside Zelensky, they did not see hope. They saw betrayal. They saw a leader bowing to the same powers who enslaved his ancestors. Julius Malema was right to call it out, right to raise the alarm, right to warn that Africa must choose its destiny or have it chosen by others. Because this is not just about Traoré, not just about Burkina Faso, not just about gold. It is about the future of an entire continent. A future where Africa's minerals are not stolen to build European empires. A future where Africa's sons and daughters do not die in wars that are not theirs. A future where Africa is not the beggar of the world, but the builder of its own greatness. And that future will not be handed to Africa. It will have to be seized by young leaders like Traoré, seized by fearless voices like Malema, seized by the millions who refuse to kneel. The empire is crumbling, its puppets are panicking, and the drums of liberation are beating once more. From the sands of the Sahel to the mountains of KwaZulu-Natal, a message is rising. This is Africa's time. Not the time of Langley, not the time of Zelensky, not the time of Ramaphosa's betrayals. It is the time of Traoré, the time of Sankara's children, the time of revolution. And to the world, Africa says, watch us, fear us, or join us. But you will never rule us again. Africa is rising, and this time, Africa is rising to win.
We no longer want to engage in this deceitful diplomacy. In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Côte d'Ivoire. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. Allow me to tell you something. There is indeed in Abidjan an operations center to destabilize our country. No one can deny it, and we will provide you with evidence in the coming days. We will show you physical evidence. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come to tell us that in Benin there is no French base directed against us. We have the evidence at hand. Two past important bases. No one can dispute them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Beninese people. There we have a problem with the policy of the Beninese leaders. And we say it loud and clear again. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kandy and the other going towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Runways have been renovated to more than 3,000 meters long. Planes land. People equipped and train the terrorists. Over there, we have audio recordings of French agents in... We are going to fight. That is certain. We may suffer, but we need a bit of patience, that's all. Because the situation has significantly deteriorated so much over several years. We must go with great force so that it cannot come back later. When we resolve it, it's once and for all, permanent. We are gathering everything necessary and essential needed to open the different and various routes that connect the states of the AES. And they are fighting to prevent these routes from opening. Because AES is a nightmare for them, it must not happen. We must not integrate in any way at all. However, we will ultimately defeat them in the end. In any case, you have waited a lot.
African child, if America dare to touch Burkina Faso, it is an obligation on your shoulder to defend Burkina Faso, to fight for Burkina Faso, to fight for freedom of Africa. We are not going to give bullies, dictators, chance to destroy our Africa. Time for liberation of Africa. We are calling every African child, every African soldier, stand in unity with Burkina Faso. We will show them what does mean African unity.
All right, it looks like it's time for us to go save the people of Burkina Faso. This guy got on U.S. Senate hearing and said that the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, has become a threat to his own people. You already know what that means, what that sounds like. That means it's time for us to go liberate the people of Burkina Faso. And of course, they're going to use a black man. The blackface is always a house nigga. Every time they're going to use, like, Every time they want to use violence on black people, they use a black man from the West to come bring it on Africans. When they want to use sweet talk, it's always a black woman. You see, this guy's used violence for Burkina Faso. When they wanted to do what was it called? What was it in Kenya? The bill they were trying to introduce, where if you owe too much taxes, the IMF could take your land. It was black American congresswomen they used to send them to Kenya. Like, America has realized they have black people in power who they can use now to destroy Africa. But yes, this house nigger, Michael Langley, is now the guy who's going to be the face of America going into Burkina Faso. Look it up. He got on the Senate hearing and said, but Ibrahim Traoré is a threat to his own people.
General Langley, I see that you are making waves on these social media streets, okay? Burkina Bay people have sent me to give you a message. They said they are very, very happy with Captain Ibrahim Traoré. They are very happy with him. They don't have a problem with him. They understand what you are trying to do, but they are very, very happy with Captain Ibrahim Traoré and what he's doing for them. So I thought that I would send you this message in case there was some misunderstanding. Captain Ibrahim Traoré also kind of understands why you threw him under the bus and it was you, because when he took this mission to free his people, he knew that based on history and based on what the West have done to their leaders, including Thomas Sankara, he knew that they were going to send you. So we were aware that you were coming. I just want to give you a little tip and a little side note. It's not only Burkina Bay people that are happy for him. In fact, the whole of Africa have sent me. Yes, this is a very risky thing you are doing. Look, Africans are very, very happy with Ibrahim Traoré. To them, he's a hope of Africa. So I just thought that I would whisper this in your ear. That next time you go in front of your masters, I have a list of people that Africans have sent me to let you know that you can go after those people. But my brother, you know that in America, we are second-class citizens. Why you for do that? And Captain Ibrahim Traoré, you know, the system that makes us 3/4 of a human being. Say, you know what I'm talking about. The system that makes us 3/4 of a human being, the only way we'll get out of it is if Africa unites. Okay? Right now, the Sahel people have united. And as Africans in America, African Americans, Black Americans, our respect is tied to the freedom of Africa. So, my brother, make you not do that. Next time, please call Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar Johnson, before you take this mission.
Enough is enough. If y'all let anything happen to this great African president, I guarantee y'all will feel our energy all around this world. And I'm speaking from the U.S. Y'all need to worry about Mega, because America ain't never been great to my people. Why y'all over there messing with Africa when we got problems right here at home? Why y'all trying to do him like Gaddafi? Y'all hate when my people stand up for their people and they actually support the people. Are y'all mad because he's giving his citizens free health care, free education, when y'all would never do that in America? I cannot stand these colonizers, man. Real talk. I love a strong African leader. Somebody that actually stand with his people or go to war with them, dress like them, work out with them. Look at our president. Look what he built like. Look where his mindset is. That's why they can't even control America, and y'all get mad every time one of my people do something great. If y'all let anything happen to this man, I guarantee you, y'all gonna feel an energy and a rage like never before. Real talk, man. No, what's up with these Uncle Tom generals, 4-star generals, whatever you want to be? But I guarantee you, that general wouldn't want to look at me one-on-one in the ring. Real talk, man. If anybody, man, repost this until the whole world know about it. So if anything happened to them, we can go ahead and go up in an uproar and give these people what they really want. The time is coming.
Mr. Speaker, I want to talk to Africa today. Mr. Macron, the President of France, we want to request you to leave alone the leaders of Africa. Ibrahim Traoré took charge when political temperatures in Burkina Faso were not okay. Corruption was at peak. Lies were at peak. Ibrahim Traoré has designed Burkina Faso for the Burkina Faso people. Let him do his work. Yesterday, there was a military coup which was being sponsored by Ivory Coast. We want to tell the president of Ivory Coast, Bwana Ouattara, leave Burkina Faso alone. We don't want imposed leaders on us. If you find a young man aged 34 years has decided that there will be no famine in Africa, there will be no people who cannot go to school, there will be people who will not die because of malaria, let him work. Let him finish his vision.
There is a protest coming. He's our own. He's doing exactly what the people of Burkina Faso and many other African countries wish their leaders were doing for them, and that's exactly how it should remain. He is to us what the patriots were to the American cause when it came to the freedom of America from British rule in the American Revolutionary War in 1775. He is to us what Mao Zedong of China was to the Chinese people in 1966 in their fight for China's preservation from imperialists. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, contrary to what the West wants the world to believe, is a modern day African hero, and this will never change.
Nous sommes en train de manifester pour l'AES. Ouais. Pour l'AES. Pour l'AES. Tout ce monde est venu pour dire oui à l'AES. L'Alliance des États du Sahel. C'est important. Voilà. C'est important. IB. 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 Voilà.
Greetings, in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Selassie I, Empress Zero Menin, one perfect balance. Yes, people, upliftment, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything. Black people rise and shine, because this is the time to honor rise and shine. Because the enemy, we are at war first thing, people. Spiritual war, mental war, and it can get physical too. You know what I mean? But we are at war, people. They are warring against the African. An excellent brother, my little brother, Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso. They are warring against my little brother, that who has excelled himself in an order. The upright man that stand and put things in place for black people, that black people can see the truth, that black people can live properly, that black people can inherit the wealth of the land, what is theirs, that the black people can live more happy, that black people can be more better off than the old colonial system. Take off the old wigs, that the old colonial wigs of should have one side and put on new attire of Burkina Faso. He built hospitals, he built houses, he cars. There's so much things that the man do. I can't even mention all. But listen, this is the brother that who's elevating black people in these times. We must not let the enemy, France and America, come and say that them they so want to come and arrest the man, want to kill he, want to destroy he, and take back over Burkina Faso. It is not going to happen on the Iron Watch. Say that before you go asleep, when you wake, it's not going to happen. Say it in your heart, in your mind, live it. Black people rise up and they help defend. Don't touch Ibrahim Traoré. No, don't fuck wrong Burkina Faso. Right now, my head hot. Last night, yesterday, and in my heart, brothers, you don't even know how I feel. This insulting thing that a man doing good, and you believe that France and all them want to come because he kicked them out. They want to come and take back. They want to send terrorists in there so to devour and their brother and destroy Burkina Faso and turn it back into the colonial administration. For your burn that red hot with the touch, Ibrahim. All black people of the world. It be war. We rise up.
Yeah.
It be a revolution. Remember?
Rev
the energy there, man.
Yes, yes. And listen, this is a message to France.
Yes.
This is a message to America. This is a message to all them European colonial forces that's aligning themselves to go against Ibrahim Traoré.
Yeah.
I am telling y'all now, this is not in the days of Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, and Nkrumah, Gaddafi, and all the people of y'all killed them.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all get away with it. You see this one?
That's not the Lord's anointed.
I am telling you that this one, Ibrahim Traoré, if France, if you touch Ibrahim Traoré, even if you in Barbados and when they got business in Barbados, it getting tossed over, it getting turned over because when a fucking wicked France, when there's a wicked set of fucking people, and when they need to get disciplined, and if you think that you're gonna go down in Burkina Faso, if you think that you're gonna go in there and you're gonna kill that man, listen, when they're gonna see a judgment from France, and when they're going to see a judgment from America that you never ever seen before. Right? Listen, all black people, I don't care when it is all over the world.
Stop when
like my brethren just said, all black people should say, do not touch that man. Let your voices be heard. Do not touch Ibrahim Traoré because y'all going to bring sickness on this planet. You hear me? And I, for one, ready to go and fight. I ready.
Listen,
I ready.
Make a placard and show it. Don't touch Ibrahim Traoré. Even if you had to do a video with you saying it.
Listen, we ready.
Let them know.
We ready. When they could just run over black people.
No.
I think this because y'all been doing
days of slavery.
We think y'all been doing it for years. Y'all think that black people supposed to come and take. No, them days done.
You think we stupid?
We taking back what's ours too.
Yes.
I let everyone know that.
We taking
back what is ours and try to stop me.
Those in the diaspora.
Try to stop me.
Those in the diaspora and those at home.
Listen,
stand firm. Put aside all differences. Put aside all ignorance. And let's stand together for Ibrahim Traoré.
Ibrahim Traoré. Stay out of Burkina Faso.
America and France.
Stay out.
Stay the fuck out.
You fucking creeps. Rastafari.